Hi guys. Tonight I want to talk about the importance of staying warm when you go camping. I'm sure a lot of you are just like me. Nothing will ruin my camping trip faster than freezing at night. During the day it's beautiful, and it doesn't matter if it's summer, winter, spring, fall. It never fails. During the day it's beautiful. Sometimes it's even too hot, like if you go in the summertime, up in the mountains especially, and it's great. But then once that sun goes down and it gets dark, it gets cold, especially if you are camping at a higher elevation, which we usually do because we like to go up to the Sierras. And oh my God, nothing ruins my trip faster than freezing. It's the worst. I will usually end up going to bed as soon as it gets dark because I just want to climb in my sleeping bag. Everybody else is hanging out by the fire having fun, but I'm out there and I'm just the whole time I'm just miserable. And it doesn't matter if I'm in my winter coat and wearing my Ugg boots, I'm freezing. So I thought, I love camping. I've got to figure out a way that I can stay warm and enjoy myself. There's got to be a way, right? Well, there is. There's a million. I just never looked into it until I really had to. So I went online. Hello, Jazzy. I went online and I looked to see what they had that I could take with me, um, that I didn't need to plug in because we're dirt campers. We camp in our tent. We don't have a trailer or an RV or anything like that. We're not luxury campers. So, anyway, I was able to find a heated blanket. I didn't even realize that they had these battery operated ones that you can just, charge. And you just get, one of these things, you charge them up, and then you can charge the battery up in these. Um, this is the bomb. I just can't even tell you how great this is. It's so soft. Oh, it is so soft. And it's huge. It's plenty big enough for me to wrap up in, and usually one of my grandkids will want to come over and sit with me and wrap up in it too. And let's see, it has the charger thing is in here. It's zipped in the bottom of it like this. You just charge this before you go. Then, you plug it into the blanket. It zips in here so you don't lose it. And then it's got this little button, and you can turn it on for like 2, 4, or 6 hours, I believe. So like if you want to go to sleep in it, I press it for 6 hours, and that way it stays warm the whole time. And I don't know how long the battery actually lasts because we only went for a couple nights that I had to use it. But like I said, I bring one of these, power banks with me, and I would just recharge it if I had to. But this was a godsend. I would sit out with everybody in my chair, and I just wrap up in this, and oh, it was heaven. Now, this one that I bought, I just went online to look and see, how much it cost, because I paid, I think it was $40 for it, but that was last year, and they're not making it. But they have tons of other ones that are making it. They're all a little more expensive. I didn't see any that were as inexpensive as this one, but maybe they're bigger. I didn't really look at them up close. I just know that this one was a really good deal. That's why I got it, because I thought if it's not, I'll just send it back. But that's the maker, so maybe you can find it somewhere else. I found it on Amazon, and that's my godsend. That's been my lifesaver. The next thing that I found, and this is really cool too. I love this. This is my heating seat pad. I put this in my chair, and you sit on it like this. It fits in my big old camp chair, because I have one of those. My camp chair is almost like, it's not a love seat, but it's so that a couple people could sit in it. And because like I said, when we were sitting around the campfire, inevitably one of my grandchildren ends up on my lap, and I don't have to worry about the whole thing, the legs breaking on it. So anyway, I put this in there in my seat, and this they still have this one. This one I looked up, and I believe this one was like $30. But you know what? I also use it when we go to the grandkids' soccer games. In the fall, they're at night, and oh my God, last year they were freezing. I couldn't believe how cold they were. I was dying. And that's when I decided to get this. I think it was even before camping. And me and the other grandma, we were out there just shivering the whole time. But, we had to be there for our grandbabies. But we were both saying, we had to look into something that was going to make things a little more pleasant for the next year. So I'm prepared this year when the kids start playing. I'm bringing this. I'm bringing my blanket. And I also have a few more little goodies like the electric hand warmers. Same thing. You charge them up. You put one in each pocket. I love these. I take these with me all the time, not even just for camping. I always have these on hand because you just never know. And oh, they're wonderful. As a matter of fact, I had these in my purse when I had to go to the ER at one point with my sister. And you know how they keep the ER and hospital rooms, they're freezing. And I was just dying in there. So I remembered I had these and I was like, oh, and they were charged, thank God. So I used these and they were a lifesaver. So yeah, I just keep these in the car or in my purse because you never know. Like I said, I do not like to be cold. Another thing that's really nice and helpful are these little things. And you can get these at any drugstore. You can order a box of them online. I don't know if you watch the Outdoor Boys. He's always bringing these camping. As a matter of fact, he gets these big ones. I didn't know they made them as big as the ones he gets. They're like for your torso. And he just slaps them on their pajama top or whatever because you don't want to put them on your skin because they get hot. It takes them a little while to heat up, but they can last for like 12 hours. And they really do last that long. But yeah, I buy these and I slip them, in the bottom of my sleeping bag to keep my feet warm. I put a couple right there, on my stomach or even in my sleeves. And these things are amazing. My grandkids, I give them to my grandkids. I throw them in their tents and tell them to use them if they get really cold at night. So these are probably the best. But I used to get these at the 99-cent store, but all 99-cent stores are closing. So I don't know how much they are if you have to buy them through Amazon or at a drugstore. I don't think they're that much, but I'm definitely going to look into those bigger ones that Luke from the Outdoor Boys uses because they look really nice. Yeah, so I always, make sure my power banks are charged up because all these things are rechargeable. And, they're useless if you don't have your batteries charged. So you make sure you have those. They had, instead of just the pad, you can get the whole heated camping seat. Those were nice. This was actually cheaper because I already have a really nice camping chair that I bought that I spent, good money on. So I didn't want to buy another one and they were like $100. I thought, well, I want to be able to use my chair. So I just bought the pad. Like I said, I think it was $30 and it had a $5 coupon. So it was like $25. So this is really nice. You put it in your chair. You could also, slip this in your sleeping bag if you have to. But that's another thing, a good sleeping bag. I didn't really think it was as important, to get the ones that go down to like, 30 degrees because I thought, I'm not going to the Arctic. I don't need something like that. It's important to have one that goes down pretty far because it doesn't matter. Whatever it says, that's not how warm it is. If it says that it's good for, down to 50 degrees, that's not true. It's going to be more like 60 degrees. Anything below that, you're going to freeze. So getting a good sleeping bag is imperative. Having these little extra goodies really helps. I mean, unless you want to heat up rocks on your campfire and throw them under your cot, I don't know if you could do any better than this. So yeah, these things have really helped me. If you're interested, go online. You'd be surprised all the wonderful, wonderful products they have to keep us warm when we go camping. It's amazing. I don't know why I never looked at it before. I don't know. But anyway, so I am going to look and see what else they have because I've seen, like I said, I'm a big fan of Luke from the Outdoor Boys, and he does go camping in the Arctic and in Alaska and all that stuff. So he knows how to keep warm. And I noticed that he wears these down slippers, and that's the first thing he changes into when he gets into his tent. He said they really keep your feet warm. So I think I'm going to look into those, maybe ask for Christmas. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to see what other little cool gadgets I can find online that'll help keep me warm, because it really makes the whole camping experience so much better when you're comfortable, when you're warm, and when you get a good night's sleep. I've graduated to a cot. I can no longer sleep on the ground and get up comfortably. It's a nightmare. And even my son was saying the same thing. He's at that point now. It's just not fun to wake up in the morning and have to, climb up and I mean, if you're going to sleep in a tent anyway, you're already saving money from not having an RV or a trailer or whatnot. So why not buy a few more things just to make it comfortable? A nice cot, a good sleeping bag, a nice sleeping pad. Those things really make a difference. When you get a good night's sleep, you just feel so much better, especially as we get older. But even younger people appreciate it. I know for Christmas, we bought some of our grandkids really nice sleeping bags that stay warm, because they were always complaining about being cold at night. And I would throw extra blankets in their tent, but it's better to have a good sleeping bag that'll keep them warm, and it'll make me feel better too. So I don't know what else I could do other than buy one of those insulated tents, but those are ridiculous. If you're going to start spending that kind of money, then maybe I should look into getting an RV. But for right now, I just, I'm talking about camping out of my vehicle or camping in a tent. These things will make things just so much pleasant for me and everybody else around me, because I will be a lot nicer if I'm comfortable. So anyway, those are just a few of the tips I had. You might want to look into them. Let me know if you know of things that I obviously don't, and you think might help me out, because I'm always open to new ideas, especially if it's going to make my camping trip that much better, yeah, if you can think of anything, just leave them in the comments. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you in the next video. Good night. I forgot one more thing that will help you stay warm. Uh, those propane, I think they're propane or butane tent heaters. Oh, they're amazing. I love them so much. The only thing is you don't want to leave them on after you fall asleep. So my husband will turn it on just to take the chill out, so that when we go to bed, it's nice and cozy and warm in there. And yeah, my daughter has one, and they're just wonderful. They're just wonderful. I love them so much. As a matter of fact, I recall getting up a couple times in the middle of the night, and I would turn that on, and just for a little while, because it just warms up the whole tent, just feels good, and then you can fall back to sleep. You're still warm. So yeah, and they're really inexpensive, and there's many kinds that you can get. So, and now I've noticed that a lot of people are doing the what they call a hot tent. They have like a little fireplace that you can put in your tent. They're small, and they have the pipe, so you have to have a special tent, I think, with those. Or I don't know if you can put a hole in the ceiling of your tent. I doubt that, but those look really cool too. You just they're really tiny, but they heat up the whole tent, and they show that they even cook on them. So that would make a nice gift if anybody's interested, if any of my kids are watching. So I think that would make a really nice gift, even for their dad for Father's Day, if anybody was thinking of things. So, but anyway, that was the other two things that the other things that I could think of. So I just thought I'd bring those to your attention. So there you go. And with that, I will go to bed. Good night, guys.